Hey guys, hope everybody is well. Well, I'm camping with the family today, and we're in one of our hottest areas that we've been researching for the last couple of months. And since we've been here, we've heard 2 screams. It's going to be a very interesting night. A lot of the good stuff that I've got has came from in that direction over there. There's a little cut that's right over there. And so my boy wanted to do a Bigfoot hunt tonight. So I'm going to take him out with me. We're going to see if anything pops up. Now, right down there's our camp. And what I think tonight is I think they're going to be up here probably watching us. I've always kind of thought that these things watch these ridges going from here to here. They're on top of the ridges so they can watch the road. There looks kind of odd. So with me using the thermal, I should have some advantage. Armadillo. So the camp is down here, like I said. We got the ridges on top. This ridge. Looks like a game trail right through there. And the boys are playing. They were at the stream a while ago, right over there, and they thought they saw something. Actually, tonight is going to be interesting. They've never been in anything this dark. Alright, let me go forward a little bit more. Now guys, look where I'm at. You see how close this is? Something's been going. Footsteps with me. That's the boys on the backside of me that you hear. Something's definitely moving. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot across from where the boys are playing. Maybe I can get something watching them. It always amazes me what trash you find in the woods. They're playing hide and seek, so I want to see if I can get something over there on the opposite ridge. As loud as we've been today, I'm sure it's attracted something. One of the things that we started doing right off when it started getting dark is we started cooking for the boys. And I had an old-time Bigfoot investigator that investigated all over the southeast tell me, he said, if you ever want to bring these things in, start cooking some bologna over an open fire. And he said it'll bring them right in. They'll come in and they'll watch and sniff. So we started doing that. And to tell you the truth, I was very skeptical to begin with. It kind of worked. We started hearing some odd crackling in the woods, some odd noises like footsteps, and along one of these ridges, top of one of these ridges, I thought I saw a peeker looking over. So we fed the boys, and then we just talked like we normally did and listened and shot thermal. One of the things, too, they really wanted to do was go out and start actively looking like I usually do with the guys, and sometimes by myself. And actually, I kind of thought different of that. I didn't want to place them in any kind of danger. I wanted them to have a good time, so we decided to stay in the camp and just use the thermal. They got a really kick out of using the thermal also. I don't really believe that kids should be hunting Bigfoot, but in this case, we were out in the woods. I didn't think it would hurt to use the thermal, let them just maybe get a glimpse of this big guy. I do not think they will hurt children in any shape, form, or fashion. That's my opinion. I don't believe it. I think the quickest way for these things to get found would be to hurt a child or hurt somebody. So I don't really necessarily think that they would hurt children. But we took precautions. I had my gun, and we basically just used the thermal and just had a good time. We heard something splashing in the water, and I moved up. I never could see it, and then it was almost like something was throwing rocks in the water to get our attention. So I got the boys to look at the water there that you just saw, and to scan the ridges. And I was pretty sure it was trying to get our attention away from the back of us, which I had. I had another thermal camera that didn't record, but I never did see anything. But also, it was very odd that I figured it was maybe just messing with us just to see what our reaction would be. It was definitely a busy night for about 2 or 3 hours. The boys were really pumped up and really excited, and they've definitely got an adventure this time. Now we for about 2 or 3 hours we kept hearing stuff all around us. Nothing ever showed up in visual sight, and there's going to be some things that you're going to see on thermal that might have been something, but eventually it just petered off, and we never did hear anything else. We saw a random bird and all that, but we eventually stayed up pretty late and never did hear anything, and maybe it just moved off, and then the boys went to sleep. Actually, going to sleep was a little bit more scarier than being awake, but you know how boys are. But they had fun. There's some interesting things coming up here on thermal that you might see something in, but it was a good experience for them. They got to experience a little Bigfoot hunting and got to use the thermal and see a little bit of nature. See you guys next week.